Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the program. And of course, it is a public holiday. Lest we forget, it is Human Rights Day. And the history of Human Rights Day is obviously grounded in the Sharpeville massacre way back on the 21st of March 1960, where the apartheid police killed about 69 anti-apartheid protesters. By the way, my controller, Kolani or Abdul Salam, who is busy behind all of the controls and makes the show happen every day, resides in Sharpeville. And I kind of wonder what's going through his mind as I speak about Sharpeville Day and when I speak about the Sharpeville massacre. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the families of all of those victims closure, peace of mind, and sabr. That's all I can say. But we're going to be talking about Human Rights Day going forward. And let's talk to the Green Connection and their take on Human Rights Day and what are the type of changes we should be pushing for going forward as young people, because they are our current and future leaders. Neville van Rooy is one of them. He is the Community Outreach Coordinator for the Green Connection. A very good morning to you, Neville. Wonderful having you on the show this morning. Welcome. And what, of course, is happening in your part of the world regarding Human Rights Day? Okay, we've just lost him. And they are marching for system change. They are saying, don't gas Africa. And they are calling for change regarding the environment because every little thing counts, does it not? So let's see if we can reconnect with Neville van Rooy this morning on Human Rights Day. And I think that their initiative is very, very commendable. I'm very excited to share what they have planned for today. So please stand by for us.
For 38 years, as a car policy complies with strict Sharia guidelines. It's endorsed by qualified scholars, and it only goes to eligible rights holders. So, harness the power of your zakah with Islamic relief.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media.
It is exactly 9:29 a.m. Welcome back. We lost Neville van Rooy just a minute ago. We did have him on StreamYard, but now we're going to hook up with him by telephone. And I'm sorry about that because he had a very, very interesting headpiece, which I wanted you all to view as well. Neville, good morning. Welcome to the program. Sorry that we don't have you on camera.
Good morning. Big apologies for that. And I also had the youth lined up behind me just to have a great view as well. But I'm so sorry for that.
Okay, these things happen, the age of technology, what can we say? So talk to us about Human Rights Day. We do know that we commemorate Sharpeville Massacre Day on this day, the 21st of March. And the Sharpeville Massacre happened in 1960. But how are young people like yourself changing the way we embrace Human Rights Day, and what are the changes we want to see for our current and future generations?
Yes, we have been joined today from Southwest Africa, African Climate Alliance, the Green Connection, Extinction Rebellion, the youth from Khayelitsha and Nyanga, Bugletu, and Elsis River is out here in Cape Town in Hanover Street, where we will start this march today. And we really know that our human rights need to be intact and respected. At the moment, we have big concerns with multinational companies that does not respect our human rights and the rights of indigenous people living along the coast. And the government and the industry want to force fossil fuel down our throats, and we will not tolerate that. We have a right to a clean environment. We have a right to a clean ocean, and that is what we're out here to demand. And most of all, it's also a march for system change. This system of capitalism is a system that really oppresses indigenous rights and indigenous people's rights to live in harmony with the ocean. And close to that, very close to that, is food security when we talk about the ocean in specific. So that is why we want to raise our voices out here. And we're also talking about the climate crisis, you know, where we need to reduce fossil fuels and keep it, you know, below 1.5. And that is the demands that we want to make. And this current system we are talking about wants to keep on oppressing the fossil intensive, carbon intensive energy systems down on ordinary people, and more so the youth of this country that will be, you know, oppressed in the long term in terms of climate change.
Okay, so what exactly is happening, and how many people have you rallied together? I know lots of youth in their school uniforms. They look truly very, very cute. Where are you marching to? Are you handing over a memorandum? And what do you believe the outcome is going to look like?
Yes, we are going to march from Hanover Street up here past the castle down to the Parliament building, where we will be handing over our demands, the way we see our just transition and where we want to go for the future. And that is a future without oil and gas, without power ships, without coal, and also, you know, talking about the renewable energy future that we see that is so freely available in Africa and South Africa especially.
The last time I spoke to you quite a while ago, I'm sure it was you, it was someone from the Green Connection. We spoke about the plight of the fisher folk, that obviously, I think at that time it was one of the large gas oil companies that were going to be fracking off the coast, I think in the Eastern or Western Cape. I think it was the Western Cape. And there was huge concern from the Green Connection. Bring us up to speed on that story, please.
You know, we were working with Shell in the Wild Coast, where they wanted to drill for oil and gas and do seismic surveys in the Wild Coast, and we supported the Amadiba Crisis Committee communities in the Pondoland area to help them fight in that area. But closer to home here in Cape Town, we have Total Energies that wants to do block 5, 6, 7 just here off the coast of Agulhas and all the way up to Mossel Bay, where they want to have a production license. And, you know, we have been mandated by these fishing communities to say that we need to hold these companies responsible in their own backyard. And that is why a small delegation of us went to France to go and talk to the French legislature. We went to the French Parliament to go and say this company wants to do this type of violation in our waters, and you have a legislation here that keeps them from doing that in your waters. So why do they want to come and pollute our waters? So we went also to Total's headquarters to also have an action and demonstrations out there with similar organizations from the European side. So we went to take our struggle to the international platform as well. And this is very important and vital and crucial for us to see that our demands get met, not just on a national level, but also in the international platforms.
So what has happened thus far? I know you're talking about Total, the gas company. Are they still forging ahead with those plans, or have you guys put a total stop to it?
Yeah, we have you know, had an opportunity to have them in that public participation meetings where communities have made their voices heard, and we now know that they have to go on with the production license in Block 11 and 12B in Mossel Bay area, and so we have sent on in our comments and objections to this. And we're hoping that they will take the climate conscious decision to move away from fossil fuels, as it is the right thing to do when other companies are moving away from this fossil fuels. Why not renewable energy? Why are fossil fuels being forced down on ordinary people?
Okay, we need to wrap up now. Your final thoughts this morning on Human Rights Day.
Yes, to the government to really respect the lives of indigenous people, our right to food, our right to a clean ocean, our right as an already marginalized group. We have the right to live in harmony with the oceans and to protect our oceans and our environment for present and future generations. So they need to respect our constitutional rights to a clean and healthy environment. Thank you.
Neville van Rooy, Community Outreach Coordinator for the Green Connection. Thank you indeed. Continue the amazing work that you are doing and continue touching the lives of young, impressionable people in our community so that they can carry on, take up the baton and continue this amazing work. Take care, God bless, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, another human rights event taking place today is elevating the voice of vulnerable communities, and that is the rights of the deaf and blind communities in Mthatha. The community believes that their rights have been stripped away. Accessible pathways, ablution facilities, and access to government buildings are virtually non-existent. So they're calling on the community to join them as they discuss and adopt solutions to these issues. It is happening today, starting at 10 o'clock in literally 20 minutes time. It starts at 10 and it concludes at 1 o'clock today. It's at the All Saints Hall, Craister Street in Mthatha. And the people to talk to, if you do want comment or any further information, you can call Pasika or Makashule. I'll give you one of those numbers. Pasika is on 082 734 3448. We have the campaign organizer who is Makashule Ghana, and Songiso Zibi, who is the Rise Mzansi convener. I truly believe that is an amazing initiative. Please go out in your droves to join them. They are on this Human Rights Day elevating the voice of vulnerable communities, not only in Mthatha, but throughout the country. The time is 9:39. You tuned into News and Views on Salam Media.